Hi you guys, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a quick flip through of this handmade journal, and I'll link it above here on how I made it. This one I call Inspiration, and I'll try and link everything. This one here was a cool one with Twinchies, and I'll link it above. This one was just something that I was creating with different sections. Again, link it above. Here, I really liked the tree on this one. Maybe that's all I really liked. This one was showing you a winter to spring transition, and I have a little heart on the tree there. I'll link it above. This one was a pretty popular one, and it has lots of texture, and it has some image transfer, which we're going to try today. This one I absolutely love, and it was a class I took from Lolly Mill, and I cannot link that one above because it was a paid for class. And this looks like the page that I'm going to create on today. Now I'm going to secure my papers, and I'm going to show you what I pulled out for inspiration. I go through magazines all the time when I'm sitting watching a show or something. I'm constantly looking through magazines and pulling out things that give me a little bit of an excitement. And I was doing that the other night, and I was wanting to do something with faces. Now, I am not good at creating my own faces, so I thought that I would work on this art journal page, and I was going to use faces that I got out of magazines and try image transfer. Now, I'm just securing this paper in between my pages, so when I add a bunch of water, I'm not going to leak through the other pages. Just a little safeguard here, and I'm just using some papers, what is it called? Some tissue paper, deli paper that I like to use. Now here are the faces that I pulled out of magazines, and I just thought they were amazing. Look at those glasses, I love them. And she's got beautiful face on the back side and the front side, and these two, they just look like they're best friends or sisters. These two have lots of attitude. This one is jumping into a pool, and it was really hot that day, so I thought that that was pretty cool inspiration. I love these big butterfly glasses and the color. Here's one with a whole bunch of girls on it, and then this one with the round circle, and I liked this one how it was faded out. This one too, because it was black and white with that pop of red hair, I thought really cool. And here, this is kind of what I was feeling like, okay, what am I going to create? I was just kind of stumped, and I loved her haircut. Super neat. Now this one was my most inspiring one, and that was one that I was going to use today. So I'm going to try and do an image transfer with that on this double spread art journal page, and we're going to see what happens. Now, this one was difficult for me, and I will tell you why it was so difficult. I'm going to speed through this. Now I'm going to use my soft brush and add my matte medium on to the front of this image that I want to transfer, and I'm going to use these Teflon sheets here so that I can spread it on and not worrying about getting any on the back side. You only want to get your matte medium on the image transfer on the front side. If you get it on the back side, it's going to adhere and it will not come off. Now, sometimes image transfers work and sometimes they do not. Now, this is something that I'm going to practice on. So you're probably going to be seeing a lot of image transfers in the future by me. So thank you to Laura Manson for this really, really beautiful brush. I absolutely love it. She sent me a care package with a bunch of goodies this last week, and it was so fun opening all of those things. And this brush was in it, and it is my true love. I am really, really liking this brush. And I don't know the name of it. It is a flat plaid made in China. I don't think it's anything extremely fancy, but I just love the size and I really appreciate it. So thank you so much, Laura, for sending that to me. Okay, so I'm going to put that right down on my paper. And the paper in this art journal is 140-pound watercolor paper, real nice and thick. And I'm using my Catalyst tool to smooth that down and being very careful not to get any of that matte gel on the front side of the paper there. So you can see I'm just being real careful because I only want the matte gel to be on the side that I want to transfer the image. Now here is where it goes completely wrong. You are supposed to leave this to dry 100% overnight, and I did not. I was 100% impatient, and I'll show you what happened. This is what happened. I started adding the water, and I started rubbing off the magazine print, and it did not work. I'm going to speed through this so you can see, and I will talk to you in just a bit. So here, look at, you can see the image, of course. Now this one on the right, I left overnight 100% to dry. So let's see what happens here. This is how it's supposed to work, people. I just needed to be patient. Now see, even just spraying the water, you can see the image is peeking through and I barely have to rub. Now the image on the left-hand side, you can see I almost totally destroyed it. But what I was thinking at the time, this is giving me a great challenge. I am going to try and see if I can use that challenge on the left and make it work. So I kept going with the video. I hope you hang with it to the end and see how it turns out. Now look how easy the one on the right is turning out. Like I said, I am addicted to image transfers, and I think I'm going to try many, many more in this art journal. So stay tuned for that. I really, really love the effect and how you can get those images to turn out so crisp and clear. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to try and make this all work together. Again, I'm going to speed up the next portion so that you have time to create, and I'm going to excuse me, add down some collage elements. And I'm just grabbing out some things out of my big collage basket, some things that I set aside, and I'm trying to pick out some things that I think are inspiring me, maybe with the same colors, maybe with the words, things of that nature. So I will go ahead and do that. I'm picking them out of this basket, and we will see how it all comes together. So bear with me, hang tight, and let's see how I can make this come together. I hope I can. Let's see what happens.
Hi, you guys. I'm back, and this is how my art journal page is looking. I got this to stick down, this mesh fencing, and you could see that I used my matte gel on there. I put some up at this top. Now you can see this, excuse me, um, image transfer didn't work the best. Well, I didn't leave it sit overnight. This one I left sit overnight, and you can see how nice it is. Now I stuck down my words that I got out of my inspiration bin, full of joy. Imagination reshapes it. Together is very in right now. Isn't that the truth? And to be inspired. Now, I put out some paints here on a paint palette, and what I've got is some tan, a light blue violet, a rusty hinge distress paint, an antique linen distress paint, some just white titanium white paint, and then this one here is an ocean green, one of my favorite. And I also put a blob of heavy gesso there in white. I have my towel and my brush that I'm absolutely loving. Thank you, Laura Manson. She sent me a goodie bag and this brush was in it. Now, I wanted to share something with you. This brush has been sitting with this project on my desk for about 4 days, and I had it full of matte gel. It was as hard as a rock, and you can see right now it's absolutely beautiful. This is the product that I super love. It's the Masters Brush Cleaner and Preserver, and it's a creamy wax. You just put your brush in there and scrub it, and then under water, either hot or cold, you just keep working it and it comes just as clean as this. So I'll link that product below. I really like it, and it saved my brush because I really like this brush. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get this piece to kind of come together just by using some of these paints and some of the heavy gesso. I'm just going to see what happens. It may work, it may not. I'm going to put some music on and just let you enjoy. I'm hoping that it turns out, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this piece, and I don't know why it's been sitting on my desk for 4 days. I've been hanging out at the pool a bit, kind of playing hooky, and I just want to get this one done. So go ahead, enjoy the music, and we are going to see what happens here, okay? I will talk to you in a bit. Enjoy.
All right, I'm back and I'm just drawing this so I can go on to the next section. Now, I have this eye stamp that's been sitting on my desk for a bit now. I got it at a used craft sale, and I just wanted to share this tip with you. I want to put it on my art journal page, but I can't have it on that wooden block. So what I do is I take it to the microwave and I put it in for about 35 seconds, and you'll be able to peel that rubber stamp right off the block so that you can use your fingers, and it will be a little bit easier to use on your art journal page. I think that is a cool stamp. And once I clean it off with some clean water, I can go ahead and place it right back on my wooden block so that I can store it that way. And it'll come off easy again using the microwave. So that's a good tip for if you need to get your stamps off of those wooden blocks. Here is another stamp that I got from a used craft sale, and I can try and link that used craft sale haul that I have up above here. Or if I forget, just let me know in the comments below and I can link it. But it's the last or the most recent used craft sale haul that I went to. And this stamp here has numbers, and it's real grungy and kind of real artistic, and I really thought it would be cool to put some black on here, trying to pull the two pages together. And I'm using archival ink in jet black. Let's see. Yeah, archival ink by Ranger, and that's jet black. So I'm turning my art journal page here and putting that around the edge, just wherever it's speaking to me. I just kind of wanted an edge on here. Now, I'm kind of liking how this is turning out. I'm going to go ahead and do the finishing details, and I'm going to have a little bit done off camera. It's hard to know when your project is finished. Do any of you feel that way? I just don't know when I'm done. So enjoy, and we'll get back to you at the end, and I will talk to you in a bit.
Okay, here's how it's turning out right now. It's getting there, you know, it's just a work in progress. So I'm going to use a new Inktense pencil. It's a Chinese ink color, and I saw Marta using this in one of the classes that I took in Wonderlust, and I wanted to know why it was, you know, so much better than Stabilo. So this is my first time using it. I'm just gonna go ahead and do some kind of doodling here. Some of these circles, and I'm going to activate it with water because it is an Inktense pencil. It's water soluble, so I'm just gonna do some of these like that. I like how that eye turned out. I'm going to add some black Posca pen. I'm going to use this white Signal gel pen to give that eye a pupil there. Here's another eye, give it a pupil. side of her eye there. Let's see what happens when I activate that pencil. I'm guessing it's just like my black Stabilo. Yep. That looks pretty cool. It makes those really have some circular motion to them. I'm just doing it on the bottom side like that. Getting my brush wet, and then I'm just dabbing it with my wet towel. Okay, so I'm going to keep going on this until it is, you know, finished how I want it to be finished. And don't be afraid to turn your work. Sometimes I'm always afraid to do that while I'm videoing. And that can be a hindrance if you don't turn your work, because you just gotta sometimes. Okay, I'm liking this. I really like those circles, so I'm going to do some more of those all over. I feel that it pulls the two pages together a bit. Giving them some uniformity. Okay, well, I'm going to have pictures at the end, of course, after I finish all my doodling and things of that nature. I'm going to give this little lip line a definition. This one I did with paint. So, next week, I'm going to go mini. I'm going to create some mini mixed media projects. Some things that can be framed. So if you're interested in that, I found a few frames in my stash as I was putting together some goodie bags for some winners of a challenge in our Facebook group called Everything Paper and Glue. I had just a challenge: grab 5 things off your desk, show me what you made, and I had 3 people that were my winners. So I was putting together some goodie bags, and I came across some, I don't have them right in front of me right now, but some little frames, and I thought, well, let's get something in these babies, huh? I'm actually going to use this to do some straight lines too. So I will continue on. Check out the pictures at the end. And thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me on this little art journal mixed media project. You just never know how things are going to turn out, do ya? I don't hate it. I'd love for your comments below. And give me a like, a thumbs up, and yeah, a comment. I return all my comments, you check out any of my videos, there will not be a comment missed. I'm pretty good at that. I like to hear what my people that are watching are saying, whether it's good or bad. I appreciate the feedback. Alright, have a great week. Get out in that sun if you are a sun person. I am definitely a sun person. I've been out there maybe a little bit too much lately. I haven't been creating as much as I probably should, but maybe that's a winter thing that we need to think about in the winter a little bit more. Yeah. Have a great week. And again, I will see you next week. We're going to do some mini mixed media. So let me know what you think. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.